Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horses.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
My eyes are open, my vision is clear, my heart once broken has mended the fear. Time is the healer, the pendulum swings. One voice, one silent, so sweetly now sings. Embrace the laughter, embrace the gifts of life, embrace the universe, embraced by the light. Embrace the challenges, embrace the pain. Embrace the sunshine, embraced by the rain. Time is the healer, the pendulum swings. One voice, one silent, so sweetly now sings. My eyes are open, my vision is clear, my heart once broken has mended the
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
The show is Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Litwin.
Oh, nice to meet you, Ralph. I'm Fairy Elaine Silver.
I can't say it's nice to meet you
I know.
because we've known each other for
Many years.
a long time. And in fact, in the opening montage, we noticed that you were there with Sweet Pea
With
Fair.
Sweet Pea, yeah.
That was taped probably 10 or more years ago.
Right, right. That's true.
So you have created for yourself a unique niche in the folk music and
Metaphysical world.
metaphysical
Yes.
world. That's the word I was searching for.
Yeah. I'm a metaphysical folk musician. They ask me, what kind of music do you do? Well, metaphysical folk music. What's that? Well, it's like spiritual but not religious, you know. Like spirituality and religion, the difference is religion is for people who believe in hell, and spirituality is for those of us who've been there. So that's the difference.
And give us examples of the kind of places that you play a lot.
Well, like different New Thought centers, like Unity and Religious Science churches, a lot of Unitarian places, different holistic centers, also kids shows and festivals.
And women's
Oh yeah,
festivals.
of course, women, the goddesses. Yeah. And a few weeks ago, I did a huge fairy festival.
A huge fairy festival.
Huge,
Where
my
was
best
this?
show. It takes place near York, Pennsylvania. Every year, it's for May Day. It's great.
There's a club for everything.
There is, and there's actually a new magazine called Fairy, and it's a real magazine, and it just came out.
I'll give us another tune, why don't you?
You know what? While we're talking about the fairy thing, why don't I do my fairy blessing song? This kind of explains what it is when I have people close their eyes and make a wish, and I give them a little blessing with the magic dust. So I call this the fairy blessing song. Magic comes from the sacred source the moment I close my eyes. Magic runs through a sacred chord, making me realize, making me realize. I can call upon love, I can manifest joy, I can feel and know the way. I can soar from above, I can enter the tomb as tomorrow becomes today, as tomorrow becomes today. Gifts are part of an opening heart as dreams flow into view. Blessings do come true if you believe it too. Yes, if you believe it too. Close your eyes and make a wish. It's light that you are seeing. What you desire is yours at hand, for you are a sacred being. Ah, yes, you are a sacred being. Gifts are part of an opening heart as dreams flow into view. Fairy blessings do come true if you believe it too. Yes, if you believe it too. Close your eyes and make a wish. It's light that you are seeing. What you desire is yours at hand, for you are a sacred being. Ah, yes, you are a sacred being. Magic comes from the sacred source. Okay. Thank you.
Now, you are originally from Montville, New Jersey, local girl to us here in New Jersey.
Well, I grew up in Whippany, actually, till I was 15, and then we moved to Montville. Morris County.
Surprised
people,
me.
People ask me, oh, you're from New Jersey? And I say, yeah. And they say, well, where in New Jersey are you from? And I say, the whole state. I say, oh, really? So I'm from the whole state.
And you now live in Florida.
Sarasota.
And Where do your travels take you to on a regular basis?
Regularly, I'm up in this area in May and June, sometimes more. Last year, I was able to come back in late September and October, and I actually got to see some foliage, which I hadn't seen in 4 years. And I'm planning to come back again in October, and always for the holidays with the family. So sometimes I drive and I'll have a little tour along the way up and down. Or one year I flew up on Christmas and flew down on New Year's Day. That was interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do yet this year. Usually in the summer I go out to the west. I'm planning to go to California and Utah for 4 weeks in August.
Utah.
Salt Lake. Salt Lake City. Actually, not the lake, but the city. Yeah.
Good. What else would you like to play for us?
Well, you know, I have worked with a lot of different best-selling authors who are well known in the metaphysical world, and like Neil Donald Walsh and Deepak Chopra, Don Miguel Ruiz, Alan Cohen, and about 1.5 years ago I worked with Marianne Williamson.
Cool.
And her talk was called The Art of Peace. And a few weeks before the event, I saw the ad in the local New Age newspaper called Natural Awakenings, which we have in Florida. And there was a quote that really took me, and it inspired the song, which I call The Art of Peace. And Marianne Williamson says in that quote that our spiritual victory lies in rising above the mental forces of fear and limitation. And just as there is a so-called art of waging war, there is an art of waging peace. It's in everyone, it's an art, let fear be released. It's the art of peace, it's the art of peace. It's in everyone, it's an art, let fear be released. It's the art of peace. It's the art of peace. Knowing co-creation is a victory to the light. Ascend to transformation where peace is shining bright. Rise above illusion and see with spirit's eyes. Replace fear and confusion, and your heart will be energized. It's in everyone, it's an art.
mentioned Marianne Williamson. On Friday night this past, we saw Odetta at the Morristown Community Theater, and she introduced her first number with a quote from Marianne Williamson about, it's a famous quote, the one about...
that Mandela did?
Yes.
Yeah. Who am I not to be great? Something like that?
Yes.
Yes.
And then she sang, had us all sing along, This Little Light of Mine. She was great.
Yeah, I love that kind of thing. Just empowering each of us to know that we are the light, not that we just have a light, but that we are the light. Individualizing, you know, as ourselves, all part of that one. So.
Oh, let's tell folks how to get in touch with you.
Oh yeah, good idea.
We can show them one of your recent...
That's the newest one, the Fun Stuff, which is a collection of fun, funny, and irreverent folk, blues, and swing tunes from the past to the present. So there's some songs on here that were recorded as early as 1981 and as late as fall of 2004.
And I see you've given folks your phone number,
Uh-huh.
which I can barely read. 941...
954-4312. That's call the office and talk to Kendall. And my website should be on there, elainesilver.com.
Okay, so what would you like to sing for us next?
How much time do we have?
We have 10 minutes and
Okay.
change.
Okay, then I'll do like 3 more, I guess. This was inspired by Don Miguel Ruiz's 4 Agreements. You know the 4 Agreements?
Yes, I have
Do
it.
you know what they are?
I don't
You remember?
No.
The first agreement is be impeccable with your word. You know, mean what you say and say what you mean. And I've definitely read that the first time I read the book. But the second time I read the book, I read about don't gossip. That's part of being impeccable with your word, not to gossip. And he calls that spreading black magic. And I'm thinking, that wasn't in there the first time I read the book. That wasn't in there. So anyway, the first agreement is be impeccable with your word. Second agreement is don't take anything personally. Third agreement is don't make assumptions. What happens when we make assumptions, Ralph?
You make an ass of you and me.
Right. And the fourth agreement is to always do your best. And I was performing at a center, and they had a month of, each week was one of the agreements, and the fourth week was when I was singing at the Center for Positive Living in Sarasota, and it was always do your best. So I made the song called, I turned it into just a succession of affirmations, one affirmation after another, and I call it, I always do my best. And this is a real good one for kids. So I call this a metaphysical Buddy Holly song that I made. I remember I am blessed, and I know I can manifest. Life's an easy sort of test, 'cause I always do my best. That's your part. 'Cause I always do my, and everybody in the group here, 'cause I always do my best. I know I can choose success. I live and breathe in oneness. Spirit puts my mind to rest, 'cause I always do my best. I agree to honesty, to love and joy and light. When I remember my divinity, I'm lifted to a new height. I agree to tell the truth, to surrender to the absolute. I affirm the magic I possess, 'cause I always do my best. 'Cause I always do my best. 'Cause I always do my best. One more. 'Cause I always do my best. That's when a lot of times I do that when I sing in churches. I'll do that one for the offertory. And I can make it real short like that in case it's a small group. Short, I can make it longer or shorter. So.
Cool.
I wanted to do a couple from the fun stuff, my new material from fun stuff.
Okay.
And
Blast ahead.
yeah, I wanted to honor the women of the Red Hat Society. You know those ladies, they wear purple and red hats, and I just think they're great. You know, they're just honoring who they are and their age, and I just think they're I love that about them, because one of their buzzwords is gusto. They go for the gusto. They do what they want to do. They don't do what they don't want to do. These women have reached a certain age where they can do that. They're independent. And do you remember that book in the 70s by Gail Sheehy called Passages, which talked about all the different stages of life, and it was quite fascinating. But about 10 years ago, she came out with an updated version called New Passages. And it talks about how, you know, we are an aging society. We're just first baby boomers just turned 60, and they're all coming to Florida. That's why I'm getting real estate down there. But anyway, the most interesting thing in this book was, to me, was where she talked about how statistics show that if you make it to age 65, there's a good chance you'll get to age 83. And there have never been this many older people. So in my honoring of the earth-based spirituality and the goddess, it's like there's three faces of the goddess: maid, mother, and crone. And it all revolves around childbearing years. And if that's the case, I mean, a woman could be a crone for 50 years. You know, I think that's a little long. So I decided, okay, we're going to have a fourth phase of the goddess. And it's going to go in between mother and crone. And crone, by the way, comes from the word crown, where a woman now is old enough to wear a crown of wisdom. So that's a good word, crone. But this fourth stage comes between mother and crone, and I like to think of it as maybe a spiritual warrior or a priestess or a queen. And that's where I put the Red Hat Society ladies in with the queen. So it goes like that. She's a red hot mama, taking trips to the Bahamas, lounging in her pajamas, not doing what she don't wanna. 'Cause she's a red hot mama, taking trips to the Bahamas, lounging in her pajamas, not doing what she don't wanna. And just what does this red hat mama do all week anyway? She goes to church on Sunday, drives fast cars on Monday. She's a social fashion plate, can't be late for Tuesday's date. Wednesday, she takes time to celebrate, 'cause she's a red hot mama, taking trips to the Bahamas, lounging in her pajamas, not doing what she don't wanna. Thursday, she meets up with a girl for that stinking thinking? We can do stinking thinking? Okay. 2 minutes, okay.
Thanks for being our guest.
Oh, thank you, Ralph.
www.elainesilver.com for
Right
more
on.
information.
It's called Stinking Thinking. I've been doing some stinking thinking. You've been doing some badass drinking. I'm taking life too seriously. I'm taking your life personally. I've been doing some stinking thinking. Sitting on the pity pot, crying and thinking. Is life passing by with one eye blinking? I'm taking life too seriously. I'm taking my life personally. I'm sitting on the pity pot, crying and blinking. The truth can set you free, but first it might piss you off. The truth can set you free. Is the payoff worth the cost? Oh, I've been doing some stinking thinking. Sitting